you're stealing money from
Exactly.
Foundation.
Is it just
I don't
TV
think
going to
you
be
are,
putting
actually.
something on that stops it so people who are using ad block can't even watch anymore?
Let's hope they don't. Who is up next here? Oh, yes. It's a great game.
Yes.
It's a fantastic game.
Master of Blaster Masters.
Except for the ad that goes back to
On the couch, actually. You should deserve it.
Hey, Clark, this game was the cutoff for the first, right?
yes.
Yeah, go ahead and
I've been
It's supposed to be for the whole meeting.
Well, no spot.
Okay, I'm actually going to use the couch. I prefer the couch to this chair, so...
Yeah,
Mine
about it.
went well.
Your Albatross fight would do.
Yes, that's all I want. That's what I'm
This storyline makes sense.
This storyline is awesome.
This game has the greatest story ever.
I love this game. I think this obviously.
Yeah. You have to make up for not winning Snake Mountain.
I would have if Deadly Towers had gone down.
All right, so we have our winner for the Chip and Dale Perlers. It's James Oxtoby. Thank you very much for your donations, and we will be contacting you for personal information so we can send these to you after the marathon. And next up, we've got UA playing Blaster Master.
Yeah, I have to make a slight confession. Other than practicing a couple of the bosses, I haven't played this game since Summer Games Done Quick, so it might be a little rough, but I can do this game in my sleep, so we'll see. We'll see. So I am doing this, I'm fighting most of the bosses without using grenades, which means 2 of the bosses are going to be without the pause trick when they normally would be. However, I'm still using the pause trick on the frogs, not because it's hard, but because it's boring. So...
And he's
those will not be any different.
And he's not getting gun power-ups, because what are those?
What's the gunpowder?
Yeah, so the 6th boss is going to be the most significantly different as far as difficulty, because I won't be able to use the pause trick, obviously. However, I was practicing that, and it was going pretty well, so hopefully we'll see. Anyway.
Finest storyline in gaming history.
Letting the intro sequence play screws up the music, so 3, 2, 1, go.
Not to mention the pause glitch for
Now.
bad pause glitch if you
For
yeah, that
prizes,
too.
by popular demand, we have the return of last year's probably #1 most popular prize. We have a 3D Sophia Tank Perler made by Mecha Richter, who you can contact for commissions at mechaisfly@gmail.com.
11 minutes.
No, that was...
No, it was just over 19, I think. Wait, isn't it? Or just over 19.
I think it was like
1903.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any donation of $10 or more during this run enters you in a chance to win that Perler.
So the reason why he's pausing in between rooms like that is it saves about 3/4 of a second each time you do that. It also changes the enemy pattern slightly because the enemies spawn as soon as the screen draws instead of during the room transition.
So, the fact that I haven't played since August doesn't seem to have slowed me down at all, so we'll see.
I can do the third.
So yeah.
Well, that was just a really good run through of the first level, so
Yeah.
considering I haven't played since August, that's fantastic.
100% room skips this time.
That has never happened, I don't think. Okay, so gotta remember not to use grenades on this boss.
Is it like hammered in instinctually?
Yeah, it's like when I was practicing, I was using a different version of the ROM that doesn't have a pause screen, and I kept trying to do the. Oh, hold on. Crap.
There we go. And reason he was throwing a few grenades wasn't because he was cheating. It was because you have to hold down the A button in order to do that strafing move where you're moving in place in a different direction.
I don't think any of them hit them, so it's gonna be...
Yeah, that's yeah. If I could just turn off the.
UA has done a little bit of hacking in this game, just a little.
Yeah, actually, yeah, just had to make sure I had the right weapon selected there.
So are you going to use any of the screen wrapping glitches here?
That only works in the European version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was originally thinking of maybe trying to get somebody to bring the European version on a Wii or something, because there's a really funny zipping glitch in it. But thing is the final zip I've never been able to replicate in real time, so I'm not sure if it's
Before we get
possible.
too far away too, that green face mini-boss has a specific pattern to use, or else you may glitch the game so that the door won't actually open afterwards.
Yeah. If that happens, I have to go visit a side tunnel before it'll open. That way it's like 30 seconds. So compared to Ninja Gaiden 3, this run is actually pretty relaxed for me.
I mean, it's a long and somewhat difficult game, but the penalty for failure is nowhere near as great.
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden 3's dying in that is wasting a lot of time, especially in level 7 because I lose the fire wheel. Oh. Minor hiccup.
Put in, it's going to have to be a new one.
So feel free to talk, because I'm going to be pretty hard to distract here. So.
I can do that.
Distract by talking. If you start touching me, I might have to.
Yeah.
What if we're not touching? I'm not either.
No means no, Hauser. Oh. So there aren't really a whole lot in this level, but there are a number of flying enemies that really lag up the game too, so killing them, even if they're not really much of a danger to you, will save some time.
Yeah, the flying enemies that spin, kind of rotate around their axis of motion.
And ideally you get, what, 2 hover drops in this tunnel?
Yeah, it's 2 enemies I kill for possible hover drops, and the first one gave me 1.
Little teleporting vampires, as I always call them.
Yeah, I forget what the odds are that I get. Oh,
wow.
Nice.
Wow.
And you need
and I
the
just screwed
one.
up the door
I
glitch.
think that was the same one as one of the last ones.
It might have been, yeah.
You need like 4 or 5 of them?
I need 4 before level 4 in order to be able to get to level 4.
Get up to it, yeah.
Okay, so this boss is actually going to get fought, unlike the last time. He's not too hard, but especially if you sidestep.
That was the warm-up though, because his palette swap brother is...
Yeah, his palette swap brother is the one I'm most worried about fighting without grenades.
Might be arguably more difficult than the level 5 boss.
Yeah, when I was practicing it yesterday, I was able to kill him 15 times in a row, although...
Yeah, you can still
Yeah, I just realized something though. When I was doing my practice runs, I was going into the fight with full health, and I'm probably not gonna have full health when I fight him, so I might die, but we'll see.
Do you mind if I read a few donations?
Go right ahead.
Alright, we got $30 from Vesa Polhoya. No comment yet. $10 from Kyle Duffy. Just realized the Chippendale curlers were $10. You'll probably note that when you read my last comment. I said it a million times already, but keep up the great work. We got a $50 donation from Walter Clawhold. No comments yet, but thank you very much for the donation. $20 from Thomas Revick. Thanks for doing Blaster Master UA. Also, Zelda: Link to the Past. Lunk.
All I've heard for that is Lunk. It's the only thing I've heard.
It's a good name.
So what happens if we only get Lunk? I guess we'll just have to name them both Lunk.
Yeah. You know, I think I'll have to check it. We got a $20 donation from Jared Minihan. Here's hoping to a great Blaster Master run. Also put this 20 towards a new file name for Zelda 1. Brooks. Cactackle.
Practical.
The greatest hero of our generation.
That is a pretty difficult shot to line up.
It's really hard to get the timing for this, and this is one of those. Jeez, I'm just all really. Okay.
We got a $30 donation from Benjamin Reuter Del Navas.
Yeah, both these flyers and the guys who spit all the bombs are two of the laggiest enemies in the game, and of course they're in the same room.
He says, you guys are amazing. The stream has been incredibly entertaining thus far. Keep up the great work. Also, I heard someone sing the Swedish version of the Rescue Rangers theme.
Not just anyone. Not someone.
All right, here comes the flood of $10 donations. Matthew Hume, $10. No comment yet. Another $10 from Kyle Duffy. You're probably getting tired of reading my name this morning.
Yeah, that always
10 more
happens.
for that
Well, it
sweet
usually
little
happens.
curler. Good luck, UA.
Oh, but it was having the caterpillar drop out of it as it disappeared.
Yeah, this game is kind of weird about like when it's lagging like just the right amount. There's all kinds of weird shit that can happen. Like the music track can completely change. Like there was one time when I was playing this game and I was going through level 1 and I went through a door and all of a sudden the level 8 music started playing.
Wow.
But yeah, it's if there's like just the right amount of lag, sometimes enemies can disappear, and sometimes it's really predictable, like that one that just disappeared a few seconds ago. I would say probably 80% of my runs that happens. If not, sometimes they'll both of the caterpillars will drop out of the left side, which is really weird. It's like the left dropper not only drops a caterpillar, but then turns into a caterpillar.
Oh, nice.
It's really weird.
Okay, we got a $10 donation from Stefan Johansson. Thank you very much for that. $10 from Scott Dankmeyer. Go Blaster Master. Mighty Morphing Blaster Master. Cool prizes. Keep up the great work. $10 from Christopher Martinkovic. Great games for a great cause. Thanks for giving me something to do instead of work. I think we all feel the same way. $10 from Mark Nugadov. 10 more down because I want that perler. Good luck to Uranium. You are awesome. Just a reminder, if you are just now joining us, this is Awesome Games Done Quick, hosted by SpeedDemosArchive.com. We are raising money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. You're currently watching Uranium Anchor blast his way through Blaster Master. He is the master of blasting. And any donations of $10 or more during this run will enter you a chance to win the 3D Sophia Tank Perler, made by Mecha Richter.
I don't actually remember the pattern for this guy because I'd almost never let him live this long.
It's a classic speedrunner moment, just not going through general mechanics and just the work.
I know I say this every marathon, but this game is easily in my top 3 favorite NES soundtracks.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, pretty much the only track it has that I don't care much for is level 8.
Yeah, just because it's so repetitive.
Most Sunsoft games are not that hard.
I'm just a little low on health, so I'm being kind of paranoid. Come on, really? Huh? Yeah.
Like I've said in past marathons too, I just love kind of the exploration elements in this game that weren't super common because each level doesn't lead directly into the next. You have to find it. I mean, the manual gives you hints as far as when you have to backtrack, but
The area 4 is like particularly takes a while to find.
Yeah, if you don't have the instruction manual had maps in it, except for level 4 and 5, which is 4 is arguably where you could most use the map just because it's got that sewer maze section, but at least tells you where the level entrances are if you have the instruction manual.
So he's doing this with no deaths, but you can kill yourself to jump back to the beginning of this. But then
Yeah.
he would lose his hover and he'd have to earn it again.
Yeah, the big reason I haven't tried to do another death run is because there's a lot more randomness in drops that I need to get. The run that's currently on the site, I got really, really lucky with all my hover drops, as well as the level 5 boss fight. Like, my original goal for that run was 3730 or better, and I ended up getting a 3659, just because I got really good luck. It's possible that I'm not entirely sure on how much time I could save by skipping level 4, which is a trick that was discovered after I did that run. But I'm betting I could get it pretty close to 34 if I... Whoops. Shit. Well, now that I'm down here, I may as well try to get some extra cover. Anyway.
No.
That's okay. I need 2.5 and I've got 3, so... Yeah, it does in fact track it more with more accuracy than it displays it. Like
each point is 255.
Well, the full thing is when it's full, it's 255. Each notch is whatever an eighth that is.
And then each
like
frame
32.
that you have hover turned on takes off that counter.
Yeah. Okay, this is semi-serious time because sometimes these guys will not do that. Okay, good.
Yeah, it was as far as most people got.
Very beginning fast.
If you pay attention, you can kind of see that there's a ledge up there when you start the game.
Yeah.
That apparently there's actually
Yeah.
something in the instruction guide.
Yeah, if you were lucky enough to get the instruction manual, that did have maps in it, so.
A NES game, I don't think you're
Yeah.
very lucky if you get that kind of thing.
Well, nowadays, certainly, yeah.
I'm unfortunately one of those posers who only got a NES like 2 years ago.
Well, better late than never.
My NES is like 9 months old. My NES is the one I had back when I was a kid.
Yeah, mine too.
And it works. I just had to switch out the Obviously, my parents didn't love me that much. Okay?
I've been through
Yeah.
What, they get you a Sega instead?
They did get me a Genesis.
Yeah, speaking of music, I mean, this level I think has really sophisticated music for an NES game because we have both a chromatic scale and a tempo change.
Yeah. Fun fact about
I can play this level.
the level 1 soundtrack. There's actually a game command buried in it. When you're playing the little intro sequence, there's a particular note that tells the tank that it actually needs to like do the little fly down the tunnel maneuver.
Huh.
If the wrong music is playing, or if no music is playing at all, the tank will just sit there forever.
Wow. Alright, I guess I'll read a few donations here. We got a $10 donation. Well, we already read this one. His comment came up. Matthew Hume said, "Gimme the tank. Oh, and keep fighting cancer, saving lives, yada yada, and all."
Mostly concerned about the tank.
Yeah, mostly the tank. $15 from Hampus Berggren. I've always loved what you're doing. SDA is great, and your charity work proves your collective awesomeness even further. Best regards, a fan.
Okay, let's see if I get this on the
Alright,
first try.
Alright, pretty difficult skip coming up here.
Oh, damn it!
Oh.
Okay,
Okay, there we
Nice.
go.
Nice.
Yeah, basically in this game, instant kill regions like water and lava and stuff, you can walk through them if you are using your invincibility frames from taking damage from an enemy.
Yeah, doing that saves probably about 30 or 40 seconds of walking, so it's good.
And then the level 7 boss tunnel has 4 of those.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much time that saves. Those are a lot more difficult too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty small window you have after you take damage for you to cross.
Yeah, so okay, this boss I'm doing normally just because it's boring to fight him otherwise.
Normally you
Is that a
use
pet frog?
Yeah.
With, yeah, like without pause.
Yeah, with the pause glitch.
Kill the pet frog. No! Aren't you supposed to save? Wow.
Yeah, so the way the pause glitch actually works is that when you hit the pause button during a boss fight, there's actually a different subroutine that gets called because you don't actually get to see the normal menu. It basically just pauses the AI for the boss and a number of other things, but for those 4 bosses that it works on, it doesn't pause the collision detection algorithms or the health decreasing functions for damage. So the downside to that is it does work on you too, and it's a real danger for the level 7 boss that if you get hit by its first fireball at the same time you hit it with the grenade, you'll get a double KO.
Alright, I'll go through a few more donations here. We got $100 from Daniel Ramar. No comment as of yet, but thank you very much.
And there's also a bad version of the pause glitch where if you let the demo for the game run and then start it, the flag for the game being in demo mode never gets reset, so the first time you press start, it resets back to the title screen.
That happens if you reset the console during the demo because the reset routine doesn't reset that flag.
Okay.
So then as soon as you start the game, it still thinks it's in demo mode, and then as soon as you hit start, oh, I'm in demo mode still? Okay, I can go back to the title screen. So that happened to Mecha Richter, I think. He was streaming the game a few months ago.
I think that was me, actually.
Was that- oh, that was you.
That was me. I was actually playing while I was on Mecha Richter's stream.
Oh, that's right. He fought the last boss, didn't he? He took over
Mecha
the last
Richter, yeah,
boss.
because I was mashed out from the crab at that point.
Right. Is he in the room, by the way? Mecha Richter?
I don't think he's awake.
Not yet. I don't see an abundance of vision here.
Okay.
That does not narrow it down a whole lot, this marathon.
We've got a $10 donation from David Galnack. I refuse to read the first half of your comment, but I will read the part that says,
Okay, here's the
Alright.
skip that I'm
Master
sure
Rolls.
many of you are familiar with by now.
Wow, wow.
I did it by accident.
Nice.
It's Friday, my Rebecca Black, so just...
I got knocked into the door and it still works.
Yeah. So the way that skip works is that if he turns around at the exact frame that he enters the door, he'll reverse the animation for walking through and be able to skip through it. And then there's some side effects too, as far as detaching Jason's sprite from the map. And I think it's what, like 8 times or something if you do that.
I forget what the exact count is. If you do it too many times, it'll like freak the game out completely, and you'll probably get stuck in a wall at that point. Because what happens is, since the game can't hold the entire level in the screen or in memory at once, it has a little it has an array it uses to keep track of the collision around you, and it has, so you not only have an X and Y coordinate, but you have a tile coordinate, so it knows which tile to read in memory for collision. And what happens is every time you do that glitch, it detaches your tile collision by a little bit. And unfortunately, that's not a useful glitch anywhere, except in the European version. It's kind of complex, and this is not the best time for me to be explaining anything.
I might explain it later, but these fish are some of the laggiest enemies in the game, despite having like 2 frames of animation.
Yeah, this is probably
complex shot pattern.
This is probably one of the more difficult portions of the run too. Just like trying to get through here without dying, because they're pretty random in how they move and fire.
Well,
That's-
but it's like all
that-
at random calculation.
Yeah, plus when you kill them, their bodies don't go away right away. So they lag you even after you killed them, for at least for a little while.
It's the revenge of death.
Yeah, so I'm playing it a little safer here than I normally would, just because I know the boss is going to be a bit harder. Since I have to use gun only. So I want to make sure I have plenty of health for that. It's not going to be it's mostly going to be longer. It's not going to be significantly more difficult, but I mean the fact that it's going to be longer is
Well, it's already a really tough boss.
yeah.
And you want to get a lot of kills here, because if there's too much lag from enemy sprites, it might cause the boss to fail to spawn.
Yeah, and then I gotta waste like a minute walking back out.
Giant enemy crab.
Oh my god.
It's a schmuck.
Bullet hell before bullet hell existed.
Bob and Bob's revenge.
This might be the closest thing.
Alright. So ordinarily, when you start that battle, there's a randomized number of frames where the crab sits still, just lets you spam grenades on him before he starts moving, and you switch to guns, so that's what made that fight more difficult.
Was that no damage?
I took one hit, so that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That wasn't too slow either. Actually, there's one other thing I forgot to mention earlier. I packed everything on my list except this game. Somehow I managed to forget to pack this game. So this is actually Michael Uyama's card. Oh, really? Well, it's got Mike's name on it, so I see. Permanent?
But Mike has yet to give in to peer pressure to play it, though.
No, he played it briefly. He didn't even make it to the first boss before he switched to something else. I don't remember what it was.
Okay, we got a $10 donation from Josh Waters, who says, just saying thanks for another great marathon.
I think he
Looking
was
forward to the rest.
practicing something. I forget now.
Couldn't possibly be because he wants the last match.
Yeah.
$10 from Keith Lawler. Sophia Tank is clearly an anti-cancer creation. Killing mutated frogs and crabs is just a warm-up.
So what's my time at, by the way?
Cart, what's the time at?
25:50. Yes.
Okay, that's all right considering I had to be going a little slow.
You want to be past this down.
Yeah.
Electroshock strikes again. Chip and
I went
Dale.
in on the tank too.
I'll take that.
It's from me. For the I went in on the tank. Put it towards Richter mode for Soden too.
So, towards Richter mode first.
Yeah. For an actual run, I'd want I forget exactly when it is that I kill the 5th boss in a normal run, but it's like 22 minutes ish, I think. So the fact that I was like almost back at the tank at 25 minutes means this actually isn't going all that much slower than a normal run.
So the normal run you use grenades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have died trying to do that skip.
And a trick I didn't know when I first played this was if you hold down A when you're using the dive power up, it increases your speed quite a bit.
Yeah.
Is that actually a glitch, or is that
I don't think
programmed?
so. I mean, I'd be very surprised if it was a glitch. I don't think it's mentioned in the instruction manual anywhere, though. I think I discovered it by accident.
It's kind of the same with the strafing, I guess. That's not.
Yeah, that's not in the instruction manual either, but that's, I mean, it's...
I mean, it was a feature that was included in like the later versions of this game, so.
Yeah, the Game Boy versions probably, or the Game Boy Color version specifically, Blaster Master Enemy Below, it's probably the closest thing to a proper sequel this game got. Yeah, that was really nice. And it has strafing and fast dive in it, so. It also lets you turn the wall climbing off, which is kind of nice.
Oh yeah, because
That's one feature I wish this game had, because once you get both of the wall climbing power-ups, you stick to corners really badly, and it makes jumping off of corners really annoying.
We're going to see the Leap of Faith this time.
Really fun.
Oh yeah,
Yes. Oh yeah, I was gonna say
that shoot! I should have practiced that. Crap.
Yeah.
I wasn't originally going to do it, but since it happened to me anyway at Summer Games Done Quick, I decided I had to try to get my revenge on it.
Okay.
And I just realized I completely forgot to practice it at all. So we'll see.
Yes.
Family way. It's
Well,
fun.
I got it first try when I was playing this a few months ago.
Yeah,
so-
I mean it's just a lot of wasted time if I miss it, but
I mean it's the ice physics that makes a lot of the jumps in this level so hard
yeah.
to do fast, especially.
Gotta love them ice levels.
Yeah, so
Get to hear the rockin' music at
Yeah.
least a little bit more there.
random technical fact, it determines whether or not a block is ice depending on what color palette the block is using. If it's that orangish palette, it's not ice, but any of the other ones are. So Leap of Faith is in this next room here. Okay,
All right,
see
here
if
we
I
go.
get it. It's not this one, it's the next one. Yeah! Eat it!
Redemption!
That last one.
It's just, you gotta love tricks like that where it saves like very little time but costs so much if you screw it up.
Yes.
Alright, a few more donations. We got $10 from Ryan List. As I watch this, it's 2:15 a.m. in Japan. I was going to go to sleep, but I figure Blaster Master is something worth staying up for.
It is.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Or Metafight is that donator is probably familiar with.
What was it? Did he say
Or
Japanese?
Metafight.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah. It's
$20 from Mark Doling. Donation towards Super Mario Bros. 3, small Mario only.
It was up. What's that at, by the way? Super Mario Bros. 3.
Who cares? Keep donating for it.
We got a $150 donation from Kenneth Bruce.
Nice.
Okay, now I'm tapped out. I think I've decided I would really like to see a Richter run for Soda.
No.
Okay.
That probably puts it in the lead. I don't know how to get that lead.
When is that game?
I think it's
Yeah.
tomorrow morning, I think.
I want
is when
to
it
try to
goes
be
away.
awake for that, but I don't know if I'm going to be
Let's
able
see, I
to.
got the schedules here.
If it's close, I guarantee Rob for
Yeah, Soden is scheduled right now for 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Mm. Somebody come wake me up because I kind of want to see that.
Some fun skips in this boss tunnel here.
That's gonna.
We have a $30 donation from Ben Blackford. Good luck, UA. Put this towards naming Sid.
So
No,
as
no
Tony.
spikes along the
Yeah,
bottom here.
They forgot to make the damage tile set actually go all the way to the wall.
Yeah.
In basically any room that uses this tile set.
Yeah, it's more technical limitation. Just like they didn't have enough space in the tile map to actually like define the. Without knowing the level structure, it's kind of hard to explain. But basically, they ran. Okay, so normally I would just run across the spikes here, but I kind of want to conserve my health for the boss. So I'm actually doing this.
Mario 3 is currently at 365 out of the needed 500 for a small only.
Oh, okay, so keep
Alright.
donating.
Well on the way. We
Okay,
still
so
got
I've
lots of
got-
time.
All right, so this is
All
serious
right,
time
serious
here.
time.
This is the hardest thing to do grenadeless. I got full health, so we'll see how it goes. That is why it's so hard. Those fireballs there, he's throwing out his claws. And thank God for the lag, because normally, at normal speed, that'd be nearly impossible to dodge.
Those each do 2 damage. Too.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, his claws and the fireballs both do 2 damage. Okay, see, this is what he did during my first Deathless run, where he's trolling out and not actually dying, but Come on.
Come on, you do know.
Oh, really? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Wow, he's really screwing up.
There we
That's
go.
amazing. Okay, alright, good.
Wow, that's terrifying.
Yeah. This is a really awesome game, but it's also extremely well programmed.
They kind of pushed the NES to its limits, I think.
Yeah.
All right, we got a $10 donation from Benjamin Dangler. Great marathon so far. Put this towards the Super
How did
Meat
I
Boy
switch
Dark
to
World
this?
levels.
That's weird. How did I do that?
You were throwing bombs.
No, somehow I switched to
Three-way
the
missiles.
wrong sub-weapon. I don't know how I did that.
We have $30 from Robert Brown. Wasn't able to leave a comment on day one. It may not be the same as everyone else, but I lost my dog to cancer about 5 years ago. Thanks for the great memories while you guys wrecked some of the games from my childhood. Also, put this donation and my day one donation, if possible, towards the Super Meat Boy All Levels Challenge. Looking forward to seeing it.
Make my job harder.
$10 from our favorite donator, Magnus von Gois Karlstrom. Stupid awesome prizes. It's like you want to take all my money. I'm going to take this opportunity to inform viewers that there is a European speedrunning marathon planned for this summer. The money also goes to Potato, his favorite thing in Earthbound. Also, during my previous donation, my $1 for Alucard and Dracula's Curse was mistakenly entered as $1 for Alucard and Symphony of the Night in respects. We got $50 from Chris Von Halby. Hooray for SDA.
Trick
Fun
on.
running and knitting.
AKA Elmo.
We got Mercury hard at work in the corner there.
Okay, so actually, since this is kind of a relaxed part, I can explain the European version a little bit. For some reason, even though the European version came out after the US and Japanese versions, there's actually more bugs in it. I don't know how they managed to do this, but the two big things that are useful are that when you unpause the game, you're in the side view as Jason, and you unpause the game, there's a single frame right as you unpause where the game thinks you're standing on solid floor, so you can actually jump in midair, and you can use that to skip all the way to level 3. Or you can skip, in level 3 you can skip all the way to level 8 with it. The other thing is that in this game, if you get stuck in the wall as Jason, you're just stuck and you have to reset, but in the European version, actually I guess this might not technically be a bug. They may have added this because people were getting stuck or something, but in the European version you actually zip straight up, and since the levels wrap around both vertically and horizontally, you can actually, there's a couple spots where you can get Jason lodged in the wall and zip up and skip basically, skip basically the entire level. Like, if you haven't seen the European tasks of this game, you should, because it basically does nothing normally.
So it's kind of like Mega Man 2.
Yeah, basically the first and last rooms in the game are the only ones that are played normally. Everything else has a zip or a weird jump in it.
Because the maps are laid out differently on the cartridge from how you go through them, because they're arranged into a grid in order to fit into the cartridge more efficiently. And you just basically
don't knock me down this time, please.
Yeah,
Okay,
got
thank you.
You just kind of quietly get warped around as you go through doors.
Yeah, it's like 8 screens by 8 screens, and it loops in both directions.
Yeah, and if you're doing zips, you'll be zipping based on the map layout as opposed to the intended.
Right. I mean, the rooms are just artificial, like, borders where the game knows, okay, I need to stop scrolling here.
Hey, Kurt, could we get a time check?
Time check, 36:48.
That's actually pretty decent. I think I'm usually at about 33 minutes when I get to level 7.
All right, a couple more donations. We have $100 from David Henriksen, who says, thank you for another great marathon, and I must add, great commentating. Makes the games I haven't played myself much more enjoyable. And we also have $100 from Simon Vickland. Blaster Master, one of my favorite games of all time, a true neglected gem from the NES era. And I'd love to make a remake or a sequel to it.
Is that Simon Vickland from Grin?
Yeah,
The guy who did Bionic Commando Rearmed? Are you serious?
He's, yes.
Awesome.
Oh,
I'll get to it. Let me finish reading the comment. It says, I love to make a remake or a sequel to it. The WiiWare sequel was horrible in all aspects. Good luck to you guys with the gaming and the money raising. All the best from Simon Viklund, Sweden, director and composer of Bionic Commando Rearmed.
Oh,
Awesome.
Shameless self-promotion, please check out www.simonviklund.com. That's VIKLUND.com. Shameless self-promotion. Okay. Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Yeah, I just gotta say something. I love the Bionic Commando Rearmed soundtrack, and I hope you do a remix for this game, even if you don't do a remake. I'd love to hear a remix. Please do it. I'll pay money.
Yes, because I call this level the Disco Inferno because of the rockin' music in the background.
Oh yeah, that's doing it right. Maybe I'll do it.
Sampler, take my money!
Hey, don't put that back in your wallet.
Yeah.
When you say that, you
Cash
get some of the
box.
money.
Cash box.
You could donate for him to do a remix.
We got for $20 from Andreas Luckner. Blaster Master is probably one of my favorite speedruns to watch. Also, thanks for the chest curler in the summer. Good luck on fighting cancer.
It was probably the Legend of Zelda chest, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking the wrong kind of
$10 from Mark Murphy. Yeah, we just had a torso we were giving away last time. What do you think? $10 from Mark Murphy. Fantastic gun-only bosses thus far. Hope the rest of the run in Marathon goes as well.
There's a couple somewhat tricky jumps in here, although none of them
Nice.
save a ton. Yeah, like that one. Yeah.
Saves me like a second, but I love getting it.
How much time does the leap of faith save you?
Like 1 second.
1
2
second
seconds.
maybe. over getting a perfect jump over it saves about a second, but the thing is getting that jump correct is actually pretty difficult. Okay.
All right,
I'm sorry, serious time for this part right here. Okay, hard part's over. Okay, you can talk again.
How much time does like screwing up the leap of faith cost?
At least 30 seconds, possibly closer to a minute. So, I mean, it'd obviously be a reset if I did it in the real run, which I have on occasion. I haven't lost any like really good runs to that, but I'm sure it'll happen at some point.
We have $25 from Sean McCoy. No comment as to that.
This boss is serious time.
But yeah,
too.
the timing window on this is pretty small, so I need serious time.
Remember
again.
that double KO glitch too.
Double KO.
Okay,
All
cool.
right.
Alright. Let's get relax again.
Alright, so we're getting kind of close to the end of this game, so let me remind you that any donations of $10 or more enter you in a chance to win the 3D Sophia
And
Tank
if you're
Curler.
not familiar with the pause trick here, the way to tell when to unpause is that the tone that it makes from the grenade damaging the boss will change slightly when.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Spinning.
Yeah, that's sort of a glitch because of the way the tile collision is handled. Since it does, it's like an array of 256 bytes, and I think it can hold. I can't remember how many it tries to hold. Anyway, the thing is if the screen is scrolled, is aligned with a tile border, then an enemy on the edge of the screen will actually read the other side of the screen, which is why sometimes things will seem to bounce off of nothing. Does happen occasionally. Okay, so this, even on my current run that I submitted a couple months ago, I run across the ceiling there, but it's actually a lot faster to just do it that way, and I feel really stupid for not having figured that out before. It's even faster if you can jump off the corner there, but that's really hard once you get the second wall climbing thing.
But now having to battle the sticking to walls.
Yeah, it
and
hasn't
stands
happened
really
yet, but I'm
begins
sure it
the
will at
rules.
some point here.
Yeah, this is kind of where my skill at the game really starts to go downhill, just because I didn't get this far often enough as a kid to really be good at the jumps in the last level.
Okay, good. So now I've got enough hover for level 8 now, so that's good.
He's been for a super neat one.
Didn't update.
thought he was at the website.
Pretty much last big chance for the game to really troll him is coming up in 2 rooms too.
Oh yeah, that's crossing my fingers here.
If he gets hit while he's sticking, he'll fall.
Oh, you gotta be. Oh, come on, really? Can I reach it? Okay, good. Alright. I needed that because I had to waste some hover getting back up to that ledge. Alright, don't do it again.
The game, give it and the game ticket.
There we go.
Round 2, bitch.
What?
I saw him, well, not really lose a really good run, but have some problems once because of that.
Yeah, I lost what would have been a 41-36 because I got knocked off that ledge. But then later that night I got a 41-19, so it all worked out. Unfortunately, the audio on that 41-19 is really terrible, but it is there because I had the wrong audio cable plugged in, so I had to recover it from the Twitch copy. So it sounds like it's coming in through a can on a string, but it is all there. So.
Yeah, and since it's NES, it isn't as big of a deal as it would be for like a PlayStation game or something.
Okay, good. Didn't fall there this time. So there's a couple of shortcuts running through the spikes there.
Is it those flying ships there that are then like the second likeliest enemy in the game?
They don't.
Oh no, it's the ones that drop hover. Okay.
Well, they drop hover too, actually.
This room here is basically the final boss.
Yeah, I'm
too.
making this look really easy. Oh, wow. Okay.
Not that. Don't say that.
Oh, you got. No! Son of a bitch! Why did I say anything? God damn it. Ah.
The combination of the caterpillars, the spikes, and the wall sticking mechanics just this is basically the hardest room in the game.
Yeah. I've only got 1 life left, so if I die again, I'm gonna game over. But I think I'll be okay. Okay, good. All right. That was the last hard room in the game. So.
Because for some reason they decided to make the final boss tunnel 1 room long.
Yeah, and there's this little intestinal area. Looks like you're going through a digestive tract, but this room's pretty easy.
Yeah, especially
as long
since
as you're not at low health.
Especially since you can clip through the bombs with the wall sticking too.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of risk here, but if you're at low health, just because a random bomb might hit you, but I mean, once you reach this point, you're pretty much home free, and I've got so much health. There's no way. I'd have to like fall asleep to die here. So.
How tired are you?
I actually slept pretty well. I didn't sleep quite as much as I wanted. I think I got like 7 hours of sleep, but that's better than most of the people here.
Yeah, that's about double what I got. Because I could not resist the lure of Subterranean.
Yeah. I was actually, I was gonna try to wake up about when Bubble Bobble finished, but then Rom Scout called me because Arrow wasn't awake yet, so.
I was awake. I set my alarm, but then they called me like right as I was about to take a shower.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
because the schedule got early, went ahead again.
Right. Okay. So. Yeah. So you were down here on time?
I was down here on time.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so
final boss, Form 1.
This part is probably not that risky, but I can go refill my health if I take too many hits. Well, let's see here. There's actually like a couple of if I'm holding down on the control pad as the screen fades out, I can actually go back out the door and go back to my tank and get a health refill if I take too many hits during this boss.
I'm guessing that carries through deaths. Skipping this guy.
I'm sorry, what?
If you die to the final boss.
Oh yeah, if I die to the final boss, I do not have to fight this guy.
And if you game over.
Yeah, I don't have to fight him again if I game over. Since I've only got 1 life left, I might, if I die, I'm gonna game over. Which is why I'm getting the health. Okay, all right. So this is sort of serious time, but it's not too different than. It's mostly just gonna be longer.
Basically, just want to get him against the wall.
I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
I'm not gonna. I could if I wanted to be safe, but who wants to be safe? He's actually being kind of nice so far.
So what you don't want him to do is whip diagonally.
Yeah.
It's really hard to avoid it that way.
Yeah, he's being.
Oh.
Alright. Shut down.
Okay. I'm almost dead. Or he's almost dead. Gotta get ready on the timer.
Yeah.
Okay, ready.
Alright!
Haven't played the game since August.
4805.
Okay, that's pretty good.
And you got your revenge on Fall from Grace.
I did get my revenge.
Truly successful run.
Okay, so there is one more thing I want to show off for this. So we've all seen the ending, so I'm just gonna reset it.
Oh yeah, show the demo scene. Wait, did the helmet guy his hair blue?
Well, in the Japanese version, his hair is blue, and they didn't have enough room in the palette to change it, so they just left it. In the Japanese version, the frog isn't sitting there either, because the frog isn't in the Japanese version.
Yeah, didn't he like kill the frog?
That was a different frog.
So does he find his frog?
Apparently, he does find his frog, because his frog is sitting next to him at the tank there.
Was shy enough that it
Okay, so actually, yeah.
I'm sick of being big.
So there's when you reset the console, it doesn't reset a lot of the game state. A lot of the game state gets reset when you actually start a new game. So the demo playback does some interesting things if you reset it with all the power-ups. I think this will still work since I beat the game, but I'm not sure. Somebody just reminded me of this just now. Yeah, see, he's sticking to the wall, so it's completely desynced now, obviously. So
He broke the game.
okay, so there's one more thing I want to. There's one more. Are you gonna work or not?
There
we go.
That was weird. Okay.
And then the demo that shows the second boss, there is no boss. Too.
Yeah, there's no. When it shows the boss demos, there's no. He's fighting an empty room. So okay, I should have practiced the timing on this, but hopefully I can get it. Okay, let's try that again. Damn it. Okay. I'll try this for a couple more minutes. So the estimate was 55, so.
This is kind of cool when you get to
if I can't get it now, I'll see if I can sneak it in later. Almost got it. Come on.
There we go.
See how long I can keep this up.
This should be a MagFest challenge, by the way.
I'm just gonna go until my hand gets tired. So what's happening here is that actually I'll wait to explain it. See how long I can keep this going. Oh, I should have had you start the timer. Shoot. Oh well. I'll time it later.
Yeah, we can pick it up off the Twitch recording.
I'm not dead yet. Who's up next, by the way? They should probably go ahead and get rid. Okay. Yeah, cool. Okay, you know what? I'm actually too good at this. I'm gonna stop. Okay, so what's going on there is the game only checks for 0 health and does the explosion when you're on the ground and settled. So if you get the right rhythm going, there's like 8 frames where the wheels are still kind of bouncing a little bit, and if you get the right rhythm, if you jump again before the wheels stop bouncing, it never actually plays the explosion graphic, and you can just do that forever.
Yeah, but you can't recover from that though. Is the
yeah,
thing.
You don't have any horizontal control of your speed when you're doing that, so you can keep bouncing around, but you can't like maneuver or anything. That's all you can do. So. All right. So Mike Tyson.
Before you step out, you made your promise and you wrote some comments. So here's to Awful Games Done Quick.
Oh, are you serious?
I'll
get one if I can't find it.
The Read the back of the box too, because it's got.
It's Blaster Master 2, in
Oh.
case you can't tell.
Recreational vehicle. I don't know if they
It has
read
the
that.
it has the official name for Retardo Troll on it too.
Oh really? Where is it? The mutant boss?
Yes.
So you need a Genesis?
I might. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I have 6.
Okay, if you have one here, I may as well just take one and they'll give it back to you next year if I don't need it. Exit pod for hand-to-hand combat. Power-ups make Jason and Sophia even more devastating. Destroy rock obstacles. Hover high above danger. Deploy special weapons. Scale piers and platforms.
That only cost me about $10 on eBay too.
With the case?
With the
What a
case.
steal.
I mean, that's probably not the original case, but
It's not all there.
This official seal is your assurance that this product meets the highest quality standards of Sega.
Well, it's a Sega
The highest
game.
quality standard of Sega.
Yeah, and just in case you were wondering, one player.
Okay. All right.
So,
All right, let me read a couple donations while we're switching here, then we're going to do our prize drawing as well. We got $10 from Justin West. This is my first time watching an SDA Marathon, and it's been a blast. A blaster master. Okay. I get paid today, so I hope to be donating more over the next couple days. Great job, guys. Also, give me that Perler.
Can you just stash that somewhere?
Yeah. Yeah. That's like. Yeah, well, I stay up all night. So.
We got $25 from Sean
Yeah,
McCoy.
slide.
Rewind from last year, nothing sinks bosses like a uranium anchor. Also towards Alucard and
Oh
so
wow, I woke up later to that.
I'm just gonna make sure.
$10 from Jacob Westerberg, no comment yet.
I also feel bad.
$20 from Anne Winnie. As long as Simon Victor